Hey y'all, trying this again. I'm coming on here in defense of Lauren Speaks Up. She is in a nursing home in California with Lyme disease. The entire internet is coming against her because she is having to go on there and fight for her rights and tell her story and tell her truth. And people are just coming up against her. And the bad thing about it is we all know that the medical community and our insurance does not cover Lyme disease treatment. They will, once things start going wrong, they will treat the things wrong, but they will not admit Lyme disease. Whenever you go get tested, it's very hard to get a positive test result because the testing is over 50 years outdated, for one. For two, they do not test for co-infections. They do not test for the other things that come with all the tick-borne illness. So we're stuck, okay? One girl on her post said, well, most of the people with Lyme disease, they don't act sick. Well, for one, we get really good at faking it until we can't, okay? Two, nobody believes us. Nobody wants to hear it. And so a lot of us just don't speak up anymore. Once in a while, I'll do a video on mine. But I don't like the fact that she's being bullied, because what they don't understand is they're telling her, well, it's not as bad as cancer. It's not as bad as this or that. Lyme disease attacks your B cells. Okay? Look up Dr. Neil Spector, oncologist at Duke, who had a heart transplant due to Lyme carditis, and then he ended up passing away because he was trying to research B-cell treatment. Okay? Read the book Bitten. We are being eaten alive from the inside out by Sperchetes. Dr. Bergdorferi, he's the one that went and brought all this out because of the research that was being done on Plum Island. And matter of fact, the Pentagon had subpoenaed the government for his records, and then COVID hit, and then all of a sudden we don't get anything anymore. But we don't have the right to get holistic treatment, and insurance pay for it, because holistic doctors actually know what they're doing, where the mainstream doctors, and they have told me that whenever they're in school, they may get 10 minutes worth of schooling on Lyme disease. They know nothing about it or what it does to you. But I can tell you, my immunologist, I have all proof, okay? My immunologist will tell you, my blood doctors will tell you, it can alter your DNA, it can activate genetic factors, it attacks your bones, tissues, blood, skin, your brain. There's nothing inside of your body, your organs. It attacks everything. We are being eaten from the inside out. So if you don't think that we're showing enough pain for you, then I'm sorry, because you don't see what goes on behind the scenes. If I were to have my mom videotape my seizures, my jerks, my tremors, my passing out, all of my skin issues, some of them I've shared, then you probably wouldn't believe me anyway. You'd probably say I was faking. If this weren't me, I may not believe it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But for people to be bullying Lauren because she is standing up for herself, trying to get treatment, trying to live. This is a beautiful, beautiful young girl that her life was stolen, just like many of us. And it's not right for people to bully her. If you don't understand what she's going through and what we're all going through, research it, or just don't judge her for it. Mind your business. She's putting out there, she's out there crying for help, crying for compassion, crying for people to listen, crying for someone to stand up for her, and getting bullied for it. There is no sense in this. This disease kills. It's just a matter of time. Some go earlier, some go later, and some even unalive themselves due to neurological, mainly, because neurological Lyme is a horrible, horrible thing to go through. And once it crosses your blood-brain barrier, you're in trouble. I'm just saying. So we live the best that we can, and we do the best that we can. But just because you don't see the everyday struggle doesn't mean that you have the right to judge someone. Either be there for them or keep your mouth shut. Because we've already lost our friends, our family. We're ostracized. We're stigmatized by the doctors. We're told we're crazy. We're told we're lazy. We're told we just don't want to do anything. When every single one of us had lives before this. There are a lot of people that private email me. Like I said, since 2012, private email me and tell me, oh my God, I got diagnosed with Lyme. What do I do? You know, and then I don't hear anything else from them after I give them all this research. And I think, well, maybe they're one of those that their immune system was good enough for the 14 days of antibiotics. I pray to God that's the case. But most of the time, not. Most of the time, within a year or two, they're contacting me again. It didn't work. What do I do? And I don't want to be the one to tell them, I'm sorry, there's not a lot of hope for us. You know, there's just not. There's no research. There's no funding for research because people just don't believe. They're not standing up and fighting for us like they do other diseases. You know, and as I said, we're being eaten alive from the inside out. And, yeah, it's very painful. But, you know, you got some of us that'll get out there and fight the good fight like Lauren's doing, and she's getting her butt reamed out and she's getting bullied, and it's just not right. There's so many people with Lyme disease on here. We need to stand up. Go to Lauren's page. Lauren Speaks Up. I'm going to mention her in the description. Go to her page, follow her, and stand up for her. You know, yes, she gets emotional. Yes, she gets angry. But she's tired. She's tired. We need to help lift her up. Because we don't need another person leaving this world too soon because they have no support. It's ridiculous. Read up, research, do your due diligence as a person that is well before you come and judge someone else and say, well, I just don't want to hear it. We don't understand it. If you don't understand it, by God, go understand it. You know, but do not bully people online that are already dying because they're not dying the way that you think they should be dying. You have no idea what this mess does to you. As I said, it alters your DNA. It activates genetic factors. There are well over 600 symptoms of different diseases that you can have with Lyme disease, even though you don't have those diseases. But Lyme disease mimics other diseases, and that's why another reason it's hard for them to detect, because it's a mimicker, and you can have those symptoms, and I promise you it's not a fun day, because you can have anywhere from 30 to 50 symptoms of different diseases a day that you don't even have, and you don't even know what's going to hit you from one minute to the next. You know, I finally got brought down from all these different diagnoses to what, maybe 5 that are specific, and they are real. That's where we're at now, and I pray to God I don't get any more. But stop bullying people for things you know nothing about until you stand up and do the research yourself. Lauren, we're with you. I love you. I'll start doing more videos on things myself, and standing by you. I love you, chick. Hang in there. God bless.